Hey guys, it is not a rest day. It is chest day. So I know I keep saying I'm going to take a rest day, but honestly, my chest feels good and ready to go. So I'm going to admit, I did have a refeed day yesterday. So back on track today. So I don't know. I just was like, you know what? My body's just freaking out. Let's just give it some more fuel, whatever, and then go back to being aggressive again. So it's just one of those things, man, where it's like you got to utilize those refeed days when you correctly, right? You don't start having a bunch of refeed days because then what are you doing? You're not even dieting at that point. Like say if you have a refeed day every week, you're not really dieting. You want to have a refeed like every 3 weeks to 6 weeks. But I'm getting sick again. So I'm really like getting congested and getting sick again. And a lot that has to do with that is when you're in such a deficit for such a long time, your immune system becomes weaker. And so I always get really super sick during cuts. And that's another reason why I don't like cutting as well, is I get sick a lot and I'm more prone to getting sick. And when I'm bulking or when I'm at just maintenance or main gaining, I never get sick. But as soon as I'm in the cut, and I've been in the cut for longer than probably like 6 to 12 weeks. It's like my immune system I don't even have an immune system. So it really sucks, but it seems like we're getting sick again. So I had the refeed day yesterday, hoping to boost my metabolism, or not my metabolism, hoping to boost my immune system and just kind of like give my body another little kind of relief in a way of just like, okay, we're not starving, stop freaking out, we're okay. He still will feed himself, he'll still get enough food in, we can utilize the fat on our body, it's okay, because your body doesn't like to change. So when you're in a cut, your body is going to fight you because it's going to send you all the signals to go eat. It's going to send you all the signals to go eat junk food. It does that because it does not want to change its weight, right? So our bodies are still used to our caveman days where it's like we're going to go months without food. And so it's going to sit there and freak out and be like, hey, eat everything, put on as much fat as we can so we have enough fuel to last when we go months without food. And it'll just keep making you want to eat. It'll keep making you like when you're losing weight too, right? It doesn't like to lose weight. It likes to kind of stay the same or even put on weight. And it's kind of weird because, right, when we put too much body fat on, it's so bad for us and so bad for our bodies, but our bodies still want us to put on that fat because it just wants to be safe because it's in like a survival mode in a way. Not saying like, don't get that mixed up with like, oh, if you eat 2 less calories, your body's going to stop losing weight because it goes into starvation mode. There's no such thing as that. What happens is your body starts utilizing your muscles as well, because it can only lose so much fat at one time, so it starts using your muscles. So that's what you want to prevent when you're trying to keep muscle but lose fat. So you don't want to be too much in a deficit for too long, because then you'll start utilizing muscle instead of fat for fuel. So you kind of get the gist of it. But don't let people sit there and tell you that if you don't eat enough, your body goes in starvation mode and you don't lose fat, you actually gain fat. That's not true. I don't know when that got started, how that got started, but that is misinformation. So, because look at the easiest way to say that is, okay, if you look at it, works as the same as if you see a starving dog on the side of the road, that's skin and bones. Okay, why is that dog that way, right? It's because it doesn't have food, doesn't have calories, right? Doesn't have the energy. So then to keep itself alive, that energy has to come from somewhere. So it comes from the body fat and the muscles and all the tissues. So that dog's skin and bones because he's not getting food. He's not getting. Same with kids in Africa. When I grew up in the 90s, we used to sit there and look at starving kids in Africa in school, and they would teach us about starving kids in Africa, and you would see they were skin and bones. They weren't fat. Right there, you just debunk that right away. You go, okay, well, what about kids in Africa who are skin and bones and would actually starve to death? They weren't fat. They didn't put on, like, you know what I mean? Don't let people sell you that BS and all that stuff. But just lock in. It's calories in versus calories out. Your your maintenance calories might be completely different from when you go onto like TDE calculator and put in your information. Just know a TDE calculator might be like, hey, your maintenance is 2200, but in reality you might be at say in reality then you cut 500 calories and then you're not losing as fast, but that's because your maintenance calories was 2000. You got to kind of find it on your own, and the way you find it on your own is just practice, and just practice your calorie counting, practicing making sure you keep a track of everything, and then eventually you'll learn, okay, my maintenance calories right now is 2000 calories. You'll just learn. It's hard to explain how you'll learn. It's more like you see the results, you get on the scale, you kind of mess with it, and then you kind of find it, and then you find your sweet spots. So like, for example, the TDE calculator is telling me that my maintenance calories is 2600. That is not the case. If I go above 2000 calories, I start gaining weight, right? I start gaining weight. So that tells me my maintenance calories is probably 2000 right now. Because when I'm at 2000 calories, I stay the same. And then when I go under 2000 calories, I start dropping down. So that tells me right there, my maintenance calories is 2000 calories. So just be cautious with that. Just just don't get frustrated. It's a long process. It takes time, and don't become discouraged. Just keep going and keep pushing, and you'll get there. You'll eventually get there. So it just takes. But let's get in there and get started on this chest day. We're at Vasa, and I feel like going heavy, especially after a good refeed day. I feel like I can go heavy. So let's get in there and get started. It took me about 40 minutes. I did 3 hard sets of incline bench, 3 hard sets of incline dumbbells, and I went heavy and I went to failure. So my 1 rep max now is 205. It used to be like I think it was like 245, 250. So I did lose some strength, but that's normal in a cut. I decided to just test where my 1 rep max was. So 205 is my 1 rep max right now. Just is what it is. But you're probably wondering why I just did 3 hard sets on incline bench and 3 hard sets on incline dumbbells. My chest feels really good. That's all I need. Now it's time to get out and recover. So that's how I like to do it sometimes. Sometimes it's just 3 hard sets of incline bench, 3 hard sets of incline dumbbells, and then I'm done. So pretty pumped. I'm feeling pretty good right now. So we'll see what the pump's looking like. I can't tell if the really good pump right now is from either the Anavar. I don't think Anavar hits that quick in your system, or if it's from just yesterday's refeed day. It's probably a mixture of both. Even my arms are looking more pumped right now compared to how they've been looking, huh? They're looking more just like boom. So you can see just looking more pumped overall, but that could be too because I pushed myself harder, went heavier, and tested 1 rep max. So like I said, still looking good, just slowly losing, just gotta keep it up and keep pushing. So maybe I don't know, I thought about slowing it down a little bit more again because I'm just so worried about going too quick and then losing muscle. So I'm kind of going back and forth with myself on it. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But that's it for today's lift and for today's video. Another freaking good workout. So now I gotta go do 30 minutes of cardio, and then I gotta get in the sauna, and then I will be coming back later for another 30 minutes. So that'll be an hour total cardio every day going forward. And then I'm gonna keep my calories anywhere from 1600 to 1800 every day on top of the hour cardio. So we'll see what happens by doing that. So, but yeah, freaking looking pretty good. Slowly getting there. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for either back or just cardio. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll take a rest day tomorrow.